So you might be wondering, what are the ways reverse mortgages can be used, how they can be used, and for what purpose? That's what I'm going to share with you today, the strategic uses of reverse mortgage. Let me pull these up on the screen. But as I do that, my name is Matt Helton. If we haven't met before, reverse mortgage expert. We focus on serving seniors and helping seniors find strategic ways to thrive in retirement. And a reverse mortgage is just one of those ways. So I've got 9 different ways you or your family member could use a reverse mortgage. What I'm going to do is walk through the short version of these options for you. So that way, if you want to learn more, my number is up on the screen. Feel free to give us a call or give us a text. We can give you the basics. And if it's not us, we'll get you the right person to take care of you. Our goal is to serve seniors at such a high level, and I appreciate you watching this video. But as you can see from the screen, the first way to use a reverse mortgage is purchasing a home. Yes, it's called reverse mortgage purchase. We're so passionate about this strategy. We have a 3-hour continuing education class that we offer to realtors to help give them credit and teach them how it works. So you can actually sell your home, have a large down payment, and buy a home. Maybe you don't want to use all your cash. You don't have enough money to pay cash for the new property. So you can do a reverse mortgage for the difference. So downsize, get the property you need, keep some cash, and still not have a monthly payment. Yes, it is possible, and we do that on a monthly basis. So the second thing, and second strategic use, is accessibility. So how many would like to age in place? How many would like to have their parents age in place? Unfortunately, it's not the right property to age in place with. So you can use your reverse mortgage to help put in railings, help put widen doorways, help put walkways, how to make the home ready for the next 10, 15, 20 years of aging in place. You can do all that with the equity in your home through a reverse mortgage. The third strategic use of a reverse mortgage is mortgage payoff. Now, you may be saying, Matt, that makes sense. I get it, paying off the mortgage. But think of it this way. We had a client, their mortgage was $1,500 a month. $1,500 a month. They only owed $140,000 on a $500,000 home. So just like everybody, they wouldn't have minded to get hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of cash out. That would mean, though, that they didn't have much equity left in their home. So they wanted to balance things out. And it worked out perfectly. Based on their age, they qualified for enough money to pay off their mortgage. And they got an extra $10,000 back. But they still left hundreds and thousands of equity in their home. But just paying off their mortgage, what did it do for them? Their $1,500 payment that they were paying every single month, which was almost half of their income, went from $1,500 down to $0. So now they're able to save that $1,500 every month. They can keep it, and they're able to work less. They're able to enjoy their retirement, and they have more money in the bank thanks to the strategic use of reverse mortgage. The fourth one is in-home care. So we work with a lot of fantastic companies. They provide non-medical in-home care. So what is that? Everything up to dispensing pills, giving medicine, giving shots. They can bathe, they can clean, they can help, they can take out the trash, they can take care, they can work with the meals, do it all. All the things that causes seniors to fall down, causes seniors to get hurt, they can prolong that aging in place. Unfortunately, it costs money. And most seniors don't have long-term care insurance. You don't have money in the bank, but you have all this equity. So what we do is we can use strategically the reverse mortgage to be able to use some of your equity to pay for that in-home care. The next one is a line of credit. You can see that maintain liquidity over time. So seniors can get some of the money in their pocket, but they also get some of the accessibility to equity in the form of a line of credit. So if you've ever had a line of credit before, it works the same way. The money's available, but you don't owe it. You make a phone call, transfers over to your bank account, and you can use it to pay the bills, work on the house, pay your taxes, different things. And there's nobody telling you how and why to use it. It's your money. It's your equity. You can use it how you wish. The next strategic use of a reverse mortgage is Social Security. Social Security. Now, why would that be on here? Well, some people will strategically use their equity while they allow their Social Security benefits to stay in place, delay using and taking Social Security. So that way, when they start taking Social Security, they get more. So you can use equity today, then use your Social Security in the future. The next one is an asset strategy, an asset strategy. So what does that mean? Well, if you have some money saved, if you have investment saves, unfortunately, most people tell me they don't have enough saved. And you may know the number one fear for seniors. It's not dying. It's not getting hurt, anything like that. It's running out of money. So how does this play into that? Well, let's think about this. So you have $200,000 in investments. When that's gone, it's all gone. What if you had a reverse mortgage that has access to $200,000 in equity that you can use? What have you done? You've doubled your amount of usable funds in retirement, doubled, right? So how much more peace of mind, how much more comfortable would you feel if you had twice as much money as you could use? So as you can see, asset strategy, what this does by using some of your equity, it can allow your assets to last longer. And like I said, if you want more information on this, our number is listed on the screen. Feel free to give us a call. We can give you an overview or go as in-depth as you'd like. And if it's not us, we can get you to the right person. All right, Roth IRA conversion. This is a fantastic strategy. So if you have some traditional IRAs, unfortunately, when you pull the money out, taxes are due. This works out well where you can pull the money out, create and switch it over to a Roth IRA. The taxes are due. But if you had a reverse mortgage, what if you had all this interest build up that you could pay in a lump sum? That interest could offset the taxes due. Thus, you've created a Roth IRA and you've been able to pay down on your mortgage. The paying the interest as well as converting to a Roth would offset, and thus a great strategy to recover your tax liability associated with the conversion. Now, the last strategic use of a reverse mortgage could be a gift strategy. Now, if you think about it, we all have plans to leave money for someone when we pass away. Some people are really excited about something that happens to them. They're going to give the house to the kids. The kids are going to have the house. As you could guess, most kids are going to sell the house. Most don't want the house. They want the money. So that's going to be a nice chunk of money that the family or that a church or whoever you're giving the money to will be able to use. There's one thing that's a challenge. One challenge with that. And I tell everyone, there's one thing I don't like about that plan. That plan only works if you or your family member passes away. I don't know about you, but any plan that has to do with me dying is not my favorite plan. So what if you have your house set up with a will or trust where it still goes to a family member, still goes to a church, but maybe instead of giving them $300,000, what if you could use a small percentage of it? Maybe you get 50 or 100,000, or maybe half of it now, and you could go ahead and give to the family. You could go ahead and give to the church. The phrase is, do your giving while you're living. And you could see it grow. You could see it in motion. You could see the college fund grow. You could see people, maybe you give somebody a down payment on a house. Maybe you give money to a church and you can be involved. But you can be involved with that or it's just gone. So with these mortgages, strategically, you can actually give gifts while you're still alive. So there's many more uses. As you can see, there's lots of ways strategically use a reverse mortgage. You may be wondering, well, tell me more about the mortgage. Well, just so you know, they're FHA loans. Just like other FHA loans, you still own your house. You can still sell your house if you ever want and still pass it on to family. So you get all these uses, all while not having to make a payment and still being able to enjoy all the benefits of home ownership. So hopefully this video gave you some more information. Hopefully it piqued your interest. We just want you to know the full story about how reverse mortgages work and all the strategic uses. So my number's up on the screen. Feel free to give me a call, give me a text. Our goal is to make sure you don't just survive, but you thrive in your retirement. Thanks again. Talk with you soon.
Hey, this is Matt Helton with OneTrust Home Loans, home of retirement mortgage solutions.
And we really do appreciate you checking out the Serving Seniors podcast today. Now, please go to the description down in the body of the podcast where you can subscribe to get future shows. Please click that notification button so you get notified when other shows drop. And also, if you can go to servingseniourspodcast.com, and we'd love to hear a comment about our show. We have a heart to serve seniors, and we have a heart to make sure seniors don't just survive retirement, don't just get by in retirement. We want to show seniors how to thrive in retirement. So if you know of anyone that's 55 and older that could use some extra cash flow, maybe the retirement's not going the way that they like, our retirement mortgage solutions are designed for folks, depending on the state, they're either 55 or 62 and older, to make sure that they have that kind of retirement that they want. As long as they own a home and they're in a good equity position, there could be some solutions that they may not have thought about, or maybe they've thought of and they just didn't know how they work. That's what we do. So anyone in that age group that could use some mortgage advice, my team and I would love to be able to help them. Thanks again, and look forward to seeing you on the next show. Have a great day.